Well, to talk a bit more about the summit itself, we're joined now by Daniel Shaw. He's a professor of Latin American and Caribbean Studies from New York City University. Welcome, Daniel. Just firstly, what do you think Obama would like to achieve at this summit?
Well, what Obama would like to achieve is in clear opposition to the momentum now that Trump is the president-elect in the United States. So it almost seems irrelevant what Obama would like to achieve when Trump has this anti-globalist posture. So I think we see Obama and Trump representing different strands in U.S. foreign policy.
Would you say it's pointless then for him to turn up at this summit? I mean, what would be his approach? Because he must know, mustn't he, his sort of all the work he's done over the last few years to try and build a relationship and trading partnerships with Asia might be going down the pan soon. Is there anything that he can do, do you think, or be looking to angle at this summit to ensure that, you know, at least some benefit might happen?
Well, Obama's famous pivot towards Asia is dead in the water, and it appears that the anti-Trump is Xi Jinping, the president of China, who's promised to invest some $75 billion in the neighboring Pacific countries. So Obama had a clear vision to center the United States in the middle of free trade in Asia, but China has swooped in to fill this void left by the protectionist, anti-globalist attitude of Trump.
So let's talk about the future then. What do you think that would hold in terms of relationships between America and Asia? Because, of course, as you said, Trump is against sort of these free trade agreements, but he's also pretty keen on striking deals with people too, isn't he?
Well, we can only conjecture at this point, but it seems like this massive void that could be left with the U.S. taking a step back could result in a deepening partnership between China and Russia. And this could be good in a sense. It could establish a new multipolarity, though multipolarity unto itself is no guarantee to the global 99%. From China through Vietnam all the way to Peru. Just because the U.S. exits in one sense, there's no guarantee that the global 90% will have their rights defended. Just because there's no longer unipolar imperial U.S., there could be global hegemons such as China or others who rise up, which unto itself is not necessarily a progressive development.
Sure, but I mean, just finally, Daniel, it's a huge market, isn't it, Asia? I mean, it makes sense for America to strike deals with it.
It certainly does, and that's why I think right now with the appointment of Sessions and these other right-wing, anti-Muslim individuals, it's really striking fear into a wing of the foreign policy establishment. The global 1%, which is rooted in New York and in Washington, is very fearful of what a Trump presidency could mean. So right now we can only speculate, is Trump going to prove good on all of his campaign rhetoric to cut back against NATO and NAFTA? And it's too early to tell, but certainly there's a striking fear into a section of the global 1%.
OK, Daniel, it will be fascinating to see how it all pans out. We have to leave it there, but nice to get your thoughts. That was Daniel Shaw, Professor of Latin American and Caribbean Studies at the City University of New York. Thank you. Well, Donald